I'd like to thank, first of all, the majority leader, Mr. Adan Duale, to have a very strong presence today with us here. And Mheshimiwa Duale has been with us since the onset of the university. At every stage, this is not the first time he's appearing here. He has been with us here. And I think he has also given much support through his relationship with the government to this university. So for him to be with us here, it's a very great pleasure for us. And I don't want to talk much because we're already out of time. And I'd like Mheshimiwa Duale to have his time now. Alhamdulillah, Mheshimiwa Duale is a politician by profession and by nature. So I just remind you, we have voters here, not just students. Thank you very much.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين صلى الله عليه وسلم. I want to thank Professor Muhammad Osman, the founder of RAF University, the lecturers, the council, the senate, and all the students who are graduating today for their masters and PhD. It's not the first time I am here, and I also want to thank my brother, the Sudanese ambassador, and Senator Bilo Kero, Honorable Elmi, and the other distinguished Islamic scholars. First, I want to thank the students who took their time to make sure today is a happy day for them, who are graduating with a master's, with PhD, from this university and its affiliate universities in Sudan. We are here to confirm that at any given time when we are called upon by our community, we are there. Because the Muslim community has a very long history in Kenya. If I try to do this for our visitors here, there were times when we had very few madrasas. There were times when we had very few mosques in the country. There were times when we had no university. But today, alhamdulillah, we have a number of Islamic universities. RAF International, Ummah University, and many, many other colleges. And I want to confirm that were it not for the repeat of this presidential election, by now, RAF University and Ummah University could have their charter. And inshallah, we will make sure that inshallah, RAF University and Ummah University get their charter, their recognition before the end of the first quarter of this year, inshallah. They have met all the conditions. They have been certified by the Commission for Higher Education. And there is nothing wrong because the Catholics have their universities. The Anglicans have their universities. The Hindus have their universities. And every community in Kenya have universities and schools and hospitals. So inshallah, as we build Islamic universities, we also want our communities to build hospitals for our communities, schools for our communities. We have a number of Islamic schools, Sheikh Khalifa among one of them, where we can take our children and they learn both secular and religion at the same time. The most important thing for this ummah is to take care of the young ones who are growing. There's too much fitna in the world today. Too much fitna in technology, in the social media, in the Twitter and Facebook. So I think the ulamas, the Islamic religious leaders, you have a serious task to make sure that you take care of the young ones who are growing. They grow in the right Islamic environment. That as we compete with other Kenyans in terms of education, this ummah must always preserve its culture, its Islamic culture, and its Islamic religion teachings. You have seen the world is becoming very, very complex. Somebody who is thousands of miles away can change the behavior of your child in your house just through technology. So somebody doesn't need to come all the way from another continent to Nairobi so that he can talk to your son. He can communicate with your son and your daughter when he is thousands of miles away. And that is the biggest threat. And at the same time, we must also defend the true religion of Islam, the purification of that religion. You know, if you ask me today, the biggest threat we have of Islam today in Kenya is the expansion and propagation of Shia. That is the biggest. And you know, we have to say it. We have to say it. You know, there are people who don't want to say it, but I will say it.
We want you to say it loud.
I will say it. I have talked to Sheikhs in Garissa, Wajir, Mandera. And more so, it is spreading so much, not in the predominant Islamic Sunni areas. If you go to Kibra, if you go to Western Kenya, if you go to Central Kenya, if you go to Rift Valley, they are there. And I want to urge our Muslim brothers, you know, countries like Saudi, Sudan, Kuwait, Qatar, they must take the challenge and help us in providing social amenities. They are coming to these people through building of hospitals, building of schools, building of their own schools. So at time, Ambassador, we will come to you with the leaders and we will sit with you. Because that is the biggest threat. You know, we are looking at other threat. The other biggest threat that we are facing today is extremism, you know, the falsifying of Islam, the teaching of Islam, not the true teaching of Islam. So I think we need to look at what is the current problem facing Muslims in this country. For us, we will take our role as leaders. I tell people the first thing I will do for the Muslim in this country is that every law that I sign that will be introduced in Parliament will have no problem with Islamic teaching. Yes. And I'm sure Bilal knows, and the Jamia Mosque lawyers know, that when a law comes, the first people I give to are the Muslim lawyers in Jamia Mosque to check each and every section, whether it harms our religion, whether it harms the Muslim population in this country. So, and now we are many in Parliament. In the Senate, we are many. And inshallah, there are new members who have been elected, both male and female. And we will sit down and we will stand with our community. As the Sheikh said, you know, I pay my bills through politics. You are very right, because I pay power bill, I pay water bill, I pay the school fees of my children through politics. So everybody here, there's a way he pays his bills. You know, the ambassador pays his bills by being the ambassador, by being a diplomat. But inshallah, Sheikh Mohammed and your team and our brothers in Ummah and the Muslim religious leaders, we are very much behind you. Always we will seek your guidance. And always please pray for us. Pray for our country. We only have one country. We want this country where we enjoy the freedom of worship. This country where we enjoy to be part of the society. Where our Muslim brothers do business. We want this country to go very far. And please, those of us who are in government, we will always have time for our religion, we'll have time for our ummah. So count on us. Where you see we are going wrong, please don't keep quiet. Tell us this route is not good. Let us follow this route. We want to get the guidance of the best of men, who are the religious people. So Sheikh Mohammed, thank you very much. We will always stand with you when you have a problem in government. For RAF University, please approach us. We will not shy away. We will not be cowards. You know, when you want to lead the ummah, you should not be a coward. You should just be there and have faith in God. So RAF University, we are proud of you. We are proud of the congregation. And we are proud of the lecturers and the visitors. Thank you very much. Wabillahi tawfiq. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.